Hello, everybody. I know it's been a while, over 12 months. And in the past 12 months, I've been through a rather, I suppose, call a serious bout of illness or disease, whatever you want to call it. So I am coming through the end of that. Uh, with the help of a lot of prayers and others, I'm coming out the other side of it. People who've done healings for me. So, yeah, and I'm feeling quite nervous about doing this one. It's been so long ago. Now, when I done the last one with Dermot, when we started out recording, I had no idea that would be the last one. The last one, except for the short little video I'm going to do with Dermot, that's going to go on the other channel, the old channel, informing subscribers that I'm now doing the recordings on William / Gabriel, Gabriel. And I'll explain the difference in the spelling in the old Anglo spelling, Gabriel, to the Gabrielle, and that's very important. So, I can talk for hours, so I'm trying to cut that out and make videos as short as possible. But at the same time, I don't want to skimp on anything. So, as I said, I had no idea that the last one would be the last one virtually until I'd say over halfway through it, and I began to get this sense that this is the last one. And coming up to the end of it, it seemed to end naturally. And I just left it at that. Dermot went his way, and I went my way, but we still kept in touch until I think it was last April. It was last April, yeah, the 10th of April. Was it? Just let me check my notes. I have notes this time. I get highly efficient. Anyway, what it was that I was speaking to my father one morning. I would normally have a very, very quick conversation with him in the morning time. So I just continued talking with him, and I just asked him a question, and boy, did that lead to a big answer. That led to some answer. Now, as I said, I was talking with him, and there's no trouble talking. By the way, you can do the same thing. You just put your mind to it. It's no big deal in speaking with your father, just like you speak to your father or to your mother. I'm sure that was no big deal either. You didn't have to get down on your knees to them, and you don't have to get down on your knees to your own father. So, at the end of that discussion, the one discussion, he was doing most of the talking, and I wrote some of the notes down. Yeah, again, I had more notes, and I put it away. And I'm sitting thinking, what am I going to do with this? It was a private discussion just between me and him. And I kind of put it aside, but I'd never forgotten about it. That what am I going to do with this information? And I said, I think I might share it out. I might make a video on it because I'm thinking this needs to get out. I even remember where I was standing when I was thinking like that in the house. And I'm trying to make a short story longer here. uh, and I said, yeah, I'll put it out there. And straight away, I got, beware of casting your pearls before the swine. Now, I know who that was from. And if you recognize the quote, you know who was from as well. And I goes, what? So it kind of shook me a little bit. And I'm saying, I said, is that what I've been doing with the other videos? And he said, yes. And that knocked me completely back. I said, oh, bloody hell. So that's what's been going on. People have been just gobbling up the information and moving on to looking for the new bits, but the snout in the mud, snout. Pigs don't care what they eat. They don't even look at it. Just gobble it up, keep searching along for more things to gallop up. So that set me back thinking, am I now going to, I said, put out what my father told me in the conversation he had with me. I said, am I going to share this out? And have people gobble it up, just to gobble up the pearls? I was thinking, no. I can't do that. Can't do that. It was a conversation between me and my father. And I don't want to cast my pearls before the swine, so to speak. And then I began to think back, and I said, is this why the videos were never shared? Because some people took it in. And well, there were people who took it all in. There were people out there who took it in, and I'm delighted for them. But mostly, they were just the pearls I was throwing out. They wanted the pearls. And I'm not going to share this pearl to have it snorted up out of the pig trough. It's too valuable. And I'm not going to have his words demeaned by putting it out there. That's the way I was thinking. I said, am I going to put this out there again to have his word, his conversation with me trivialized to a pig's will? Is that going to happen again? So I was pondering and pondering and pondering. My wife says to me, what's all that noise? I said, that's just me pondering. So I was pondering, what'll I do? What'll I do? Yes or no, yes or no. Will I put it out for the to be gobbled up in the pig's will? Or so I decided I will go back to him and I'll ask him, what do you want me to do with this? Or what shall I do with it? So I did, and I said, look, this conversation we had, where you were telling me about humanity. And he says, I gave you that information so you could put it out. But the admonishment still stands. More than likely, it'll be just treated like pigs will. He's the boss. So if he says, that's the reason I gave you the info, so you could put it out. If there's only one person, I suppose, really appreciates and uses it, then I think it would have been worthwhile. If one gets it and puts it out there and doesn't hang on to it. But when my brother, when I asked him, did that happen in the last videos? He just said straight away, yeah, that's what happened. But anyway, Shinna will. I will be divulging that. And then when I divulge it and give it out there, not in this one, but I'm trying to build up to it. And then you will see how everything just locks in. You see how everything just comes into place. But this is information that no one has ever heard before. So this is why I'm treating this with extreme caution, because this is because of where it came from. And I will not have his words trivialized and turned into big swill. I won't take that. So with that said, I'm going to be divulging complete new information here. Well, most of it will be new, just like the last ones were new as well. How much information did I give out in the last ones? And they were just, they were never given out. I think there were only 2 or 3 shares in the whole 30 videos. There's something wrong there, folks. So hopefully that won't happen this time. I even have a list, believe it or not. This is not for all this time. This is the videos in their entirety. These are just the points I'm going to cover, and then that'll probably be it. We'll see when it comes to the end of it. I will talk about Ascension. I will talk about the Ukraine war, the Middle East, the war in the Middle East, the Anunnaki, certainly the Anunnaki. And I'm going to, maybe I'll give you some pearls now. Wasn't too sure if I was going to do this, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. I think I'll give you some little pearl now. And do you ever wonder what's so special about this planet? Why the big interest in it? After all, it is only a small planet in comparison to what's out there. It's tiny. But why all the, well, I wouldn't say sudden, but why all the interest in the wars that have been taking place both on the earth and off world? They have been taking place for thousands of years. What's so special about it? Oh, it's in the middle of they'll say it's in the middle of what do you call it, wormholes or stuff like that, and it's right at the junction, and it can control everything that's coming in and going out. Really? A minute. Now, supposing this was the Earth. Okay, listen to my flat Earth friends. I couldn't get a flat apple, so you'll have to bear with me. So anyway, so what's so special about the Earth? here's something that, you know, the apple. What? If I said, the thing that's so special about the earth is this. You see that? Is this what all the fighting is about? To control this, the center of the earth? That's what all the fighting is about? Hmm? The jewel, the star, because that's what's in the center of the earth, is a star. But a very, very special star. Very special star. But that's not a 3D. That's not in 3D. It's not in 4D. It's not in 5D. 6D, 7D, possibly. But it's way, 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 way up there. But is it possible that reptilians and all them, they know all about this? And they want to get their slimy hands on it? Hmm? Bet you never had that one before. That's why this earth is so special. And it is special. It was created special. Because they want to try and control this. Maybe trying to stop the wind, not the seas. Oh, by the way, let me show you something as I'm here. This is the old earth, let me say. This is the old earth, right? You can call this Mother Earth, Gaia. But Gaia needs to get away from the old earth to move in to the new earth. That's taking place. That's what's happening. It's leaving. It's already shifting. It's shifted most of the way out. It's shifted most of the way out now. And they want to get hold of it before it shifts completely. But that's what's so special about this earth. Imagine if they got their hands on the planet completely and they start going searching for, in order to stop this from moving. You can call it Gaia, Mother Earth, any name you want. And you were always told it's alive. It's very much alive. Very much alive. And very much aware. So that's a jewel for you. And what are you going to do with that one? Please don't throw it into the pig's well. So I'm not too sure how long I've been talking. And this video will be going out on William/Gabriel in future. It will also be going out on the old channel a week after this one, a week or so after this one goes out, and that might happen for 2 weeks, and then hopefully everyone will have been notified by then, so they can continue on the new channel. It's all Gabriel who was talking, probably is still talking, and we just told you about the jewel in the ground. or the sun and the earth. It's very, very special. So do you think that's what all the fighting and arguing is about, and all the threatening? And do you think that some lunatics are going to just explode this place to blow up the planet? Do you think that's going to be allowed? Don't think so. No, no, no. It won't be allowed. It won't be allowed. They don't decide what happens to this planet. That decision is made elsewhere. That decision is not made on this earth. So when I tell you about what my father said to me, now you got to remember everything I'm speaking about so far. And then when I speak about the conversation I had, the conversation I had with, I don't want to use the word God because that's a terrible connotation. I'll talk about that individual in the next video. I don't know if I've been speaking long enough. Yeah, okay. And during the other videos, I remember telling a story about where I was in a dream, and I woke up and I was inside in the cab of the truck that I used to drive. It was what they call it a 16-wheeler, and I knew the truck fairly well. So in my dream, I woke up and I was in the truck, and I got in and I started driving. I was driving along and everything was just flat. Tom Macadam Road, it was just flat. I didn't notice roads going here and roads going there, but I just kept on the one I was on. There was no signposts. Okay, no signposts. I mean, I was driving along, everything was completely flat, and suddenly I came to a big, big, steep hill. And I stopped the truck and I looked up the hill and I said, wow, this is steep. This is very steep. So I said, it'll help. I'll have a go off it. I'll try it. I'll try and get up there. So started up the truck. I started off up the hill. Everything was going well at the beginning. As I was going up, the hill was becoming steeper. And there are, is it 6, 12? There are 18 forward gears in this truck. So I noticed that I was way down the gears. There was no gears. There was no further gears to go down. And I had a good bit of the steep bit to go. And I remember I was in a dream, the truck was getting much slower and slower. And I was saying, come on, come on, come on, you can do it, go on. And as I was doing that, I became aware that there was other people in the cab with me. And I looked over and I said, bloody hell, as if I'm carrying this weight now as well. Right now, I'm carrying this weight up the hill. And I said, okay, so keep going, come on, we're nearly there, we're nearly there. It could be just the front wheels so I can get the front wheels over. I'll do it. The front wheels crept up, right up, 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 up. I said, why aren't the front wheels coming? Why aren't the front wheels staying on the road? And the front wheels just left the road. Okay, I said, when it gets up so high, it'll flop down. But it didn't. It just kept on going up and up and up. And suddenly I was outside the truck and I was, going through the clouds. When I exited the clouds on the other side, I noticed that there was these two people. There was a male and a female. The female, who I took at the time to be my mother Mary, was sitting in a chair, and she was looking down. She was looking. She was kind of looking over and looking down like that, and she wasn't looking at me. The male figure, who I took to be male, was fine, tall, slim, a bit like me, and he was wearing a purple full-length coat, closely fitted coat, trimmed with some kind of fur, and he had a double crown on his head, and I could never figure out who this figure was. Oh yeah, and then I noticed in the surrounding there was a wall not too far away, kind of a granite block wall, and there was the printed outline of a figure in gold. That's the seam of gold, just the outline, the shoulders up and down as far as the other, but there was no other features. It was only recently it was all made clear to me that I had just visualized, I was showing what ascension is like. And that I would be helping other people to get there. That is one of my main jobs, to bring other people along. But at the very end, they're on their own. Very end, they're on their own. I can only bring them so far. But I can't take them all away. So I had gone through the ascension process, and here I am again. Right back where I started. Well, more or less. So as for the figure, I believe that was my higher self. But I couldn't see the face. It never showed me the face. The face was blacked out. And he was standing with his hands behind his back. And he was just looking at me, standing there looking at me. And I was looking at him, and I saw these seam of gold on the wall, who I took to be the Divine Spirit. And the lady in the chair, who also had a crown on her head, by the way, was Mother Mary, who I took to be Mother Mary. So my job was to help to bring people along on the ascension process. That is what the dream is about. That's if you want to be helped. But in the final few steps, it's up to you. I can't take you all of the way. I can take you a lot of the way, but you got to take the final steps yourself. Okay? So that was another one of the points. Now I will want to talk about the Ukraine war and the Middle East war. And then I will explain how everything is linked. And who's actually behind those two wars, all wars. So my next task now is to put this out. Now it's been so long since I've done it, and Dermot done most of the posting. I hope I can make it. I can hope I hope I can figure it out. So hopefully I'll see you all very, very shortly again. But please don't ignore the warning that I received. So, but that's entirely up to you. So until the next time, thank you for watching. And hopefully I've whetted your appetite. But there's a lot more to come. And until then, bye-bye.